Hi, Lynette from Dare to Be You. Have you ever just lost yourself in a relationship and woken up one morning not knowing who you are, what you're about, or even um, what you like anymore? Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and saw a stranger? I have. I've been there. I was in a long-term relationship for a number of years where I was constantly giving of myself and he was constantly taking, and he would build my self-confidence up to a specific level. As soon as my self-confidence got over that level, he would smash them back down again. And so we did everything he wanted to do all of the time. There was no give and take. There was no partnership. There was just me losing myself because I thought that's what a relationship was about. I thought that I was, because I'm female, that I was supposed to be the one that was always giving. And he would just take and take and take. We did have some good times, some really good times, but it was a big wake-up call when I went through a very traumatic experience in my life, and basically I had to go on medication for a long time, and um, because I couldn't give to him anymore because the medication was making me lethargic, he would be at me to do this, do that. Oh, why can't you be the same as you used to be? That sort of thing. And towards the end, he ran straight into the arms of my best friend. Now, the story behind those two were that they were friends before I came along. And they were always hugging and, that sort of stuff in front of me. I did question them at one point as to what was going on. And they said, oh, no, we're just friends, and it turns out that they were having an emotional affair. Now, I didn't know. And, I believed them because she was my best friend and he was my partner. He was my de facto. But, then things just kept building up, and of course he did go into her arms, and she emailed me while I was at work telling me that this had happened between them and that she wasn't really sorry about it, and you know um and that's when I realized I didn't know myself. I didn't love myself. I had no self-respect for myself, because right under my very own eyes, I, they were carrying on. Yes, I did question it at one point, but, I should have been more curious. I should have picked up on the signs and the symptoms, and I didn't. I was ignorant because I wanted things to work. I wanted to keep her as my best friend. I wanted to keep him as my partner. And there was that whole sense of belonging there, and I thought that he loved me, and I thought that she was my best friend for life, and therefore she loved me in a friendship way. And obviously that wasn't true, and it really, really hurt me. So I moved out of the house that I was paying the mortgage for, because we were buying the house together, but I was paying the mortgage. And I got a rental, and a couple of days after I got the rental, he served me with papers for the house. And because I was so vulnerable and so hurt, I actually signed those papers over. But that's another story. Anyway, I had to, once I moved out of that house, rebuild my life from scratch. And it was hard, really hard, because I was a creature of habit. I had for so many years had these two people around me who I thought loved me and cared for me and were there for me, and all of a sudden they weren't, and I was alone. So I had to learn to forgive myself for what had happened. I had to learn to forgive them for what had happened. And I had to move on with my life. At that point in time, I had finished a contract with a company, and I had also, I was looking for another job at that point in time as well. So it wasn't an easy time at all. And it was scary for me. But, I picked myself up. I did personal development amongst, my health and fitness routine and that sort of stuff. And I moved myself on. And I made myself stronger, and I healed from that. Now, if you have had a similar situation to me, whether you're male or female, please do reach out to me, because I know what you're going through. I've been there. I've had to pick myself up and, recreate myself from scratch. My family chose him over me, even though they knew what he had done. So I had to deal with that as well. But if you are feeling alone, don't feel alone. I am here. All you need to do is, go to my website, inquire, go to Facebook, find me on Facebook. I'm now a coach. I can coach you through what you need to do to reinvent your life and to get yourself up and running again, to get yourself to a point where you love yourself, where you respect yourself, and where you actually know yourself really, really well, and where you have good, healthy boundaries with people. So if you would like to learn this, then please contact me. My rates are reasonable, and I'd really love to hear from you. Thank you, and have a good